back and acting better than ever. The farms of slime drinking guppies into the ground like greasy little pig leotos they are. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast for them to consider that swear words. Those jibberwocky, gibberish little peasants. So today, Misused back and I had my first day of work today. Beyond questionable. So many things went wrong. It's not even you won't even believe. It's delusional. Delusionalness at its finest. But I'll tell you more about that later. Maestro would like to clickbait this video. Anyway, I'll be doing a video on correcting my Terabad teammates gameplay again. 42-time rank 1 best Paladin game. 5 rank 1s last season. No one can ever even hope to achieve the feats I've achieved. Of course, I get no credit for it. But I'm playing Windwalker DK, and we're playing into Ellie, Demo Lock, Mistweaver. Obviously, this is not a great comp for Windwalker DK to queue into, but we can win. This actually wouldn't be bad at all. This would be kind of fine. Actually be probably a good comp for Windwalker DK to fight if it was with any other healer besides an HPAL. But HPAL obviously has a horrible time healing a Windwalker and a DK into like a Demo Lock, basically. Demo Locks and Ellies are really hard for HPALs to heal into. And there's so much CC. So what we need to do is go on the Demo Lock, but you'll see what we do here. I'll start playing it, and then I'll go over how bad the people on my team are.
Windwalker DK Paladin is terrible.
True.
It is kind of wild.
I will talk to you. I will talk to you, Maestro, since all the girls ignore you. I will talk to you. Yes, it is terrible, comp.
Him around with a fucking pork mog or something is disgusting.
You see these people's mogs? Did anybody see these people's mogs? Look at these mogs. Look at these fucking mogs, dude. This guy is a porn. This guy has some kind of weird rhino beetle horn on his head that's half eaten. This guy is a Naru Mason. He's an orc. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Just that decreases their damage by 90%. So right here, this DK grips the Ellie for no reason. We shouldn't even be on the Ellie in the first place. He grips the Ellie, and first global, he AMS's during a root. He doesn't even AMS the root. He fucking AMS's during the root. So he just sits in a root with AMS up when they're not doing any damage. So the DK on my team already uses his biggest defensive cooldown for absolutely no reason because he's beyond delusional with an IQ of a turnip. So he uses his biggest cooldown already wasted grip on one target. Why? This does nothing. You should be gripping, if you're going to go on the Ellie, which you shouldn't be doing anyway, you should be at least gripping the monk to the Ellie, and you are already on your mount, and you are 10 feet, 3 feet from the Ellie, which you can use all your range spells anyway. So why would you grip an Ellie that's 3 feet from you already, that you can use all your range spells on, and you're gripping him for no reason, making it so the Mistweaver gets the free heal. And we're supposed to be on the Warlock anyway. You are the worst DK in the entire game. That's why his name is Don Fuckier. Don Fuckier, cunt.
You AMS air. Terrible player.
Then he triple DR sweeps it. So this guy ghoul stuns the Ellie. And then after he ghoul stuns and puts the Ellie on DR, then the monk thinks that, what's the best thing I can do with my leg sweep now? Well, everyone else is off DR and we're supposed to be on the Warlock, but the Ellie Shaman's on DR. Let's leg sweep the Ellie Shaman so I can do a 1 second stun. That's a great idea. So I'm, of course, in perfect positioning here. I'm able to heal the Windwalker and the DK without getting CC'd. Obviously, I hate this ramp, so it'd be better for me to maybe be... There's nowhere to go to the position on this map. I could maybe be here, but then it's harder. This right here is such a weird pillar, too. Same for here, though. You can, if I'm like right here where my mouse is, you can sometimes still get CC'd, but then if I'm like right here, you can't get CC'd, so it's really bad. And right here is same for it, too. You could be right here and not get CC'd and be right here and get CC'd, which is really terrible. Same for this map is absolute garbage. So right here is probably the best position I can be in right now, especially since I ran here and I needed to get my Tyr's Deliverance up. So let's play again. So right now we're in a bad position. Then he sweeps this guy for absolutely no reason. So now we waste all our offensive cooldowns for no reason at all, accomplishing absolutely nothing. While this Mistweaver free heals at 100% mana. It's beyond a joke how terrible this Windwalker is. Ragnaros player, though, what do you expect?
Sweeps one target? Fucking moron.
So obviously I was trying to fake shear there. He got a lucky shear, but it doesn't matter because everybody's full health, and I have my Tyr's Deliverance off, and I'm in a perfect position, so it doesn't matter that I get shear there, even though I was trying to fake it.
One target, dude. He's so fucking bad. Like, why do you DR sweep?
So I denounced the Ellie, which is the best thing I can do in this situation, doing extra damage to him and putting a denounce on him, which means all his lava shocks don't crit. Also, I'm always dispelling on cooldown when the lava shock gets refreshed. so he can have the least amount of lava shocks as much as possible. And I'm trying to line of sight the Ellie at the same time, so when he gets his procs, he can only lava burst 2 targets instead of 3.
One fucking target. That is so bad.
So now I'm getting my Hand of Divinity up now to make my push in, trying to extend my Tyrus Deliverance up for as long as possible. At the same time as getting instant cast healing so I can run in and go CC the healer, because the monk on my team is too dumb to incap, the DK on my team is too dumb to silence or stun, so we popped all our offensive CDs, didn't incap, didn't stun, didn't silence, gripped the Ellie into a DR stun for absolutely no reason, and getting no CDs from it.
So fucking bad. You use all your damage into a Mistweaver's healing too, you fucking brain dead moron.
So obviously, unfortunately, I was going to sack this right here. I wanted to kick it. Or have the DK kick it, since he still has kick this entire game and they didn't land a single kick. You look at the end of my thing, and I have the only 3 kicks in the entire game. They didn't kick a single spell. I had 3 kicks, but they didn't. So me as the healer shouldn't even have a kick. But I had 3 kicks. They had no kicks. They didn't kick a single spell. I was going in to kick the fear. Unfortunately, when you dispel Lava Shock, it knocks you up in the air. So I should have kicked the fear first. But any globals that I'm wasting not dispelling Lava Shock will get so much damage. So it's better for me just to dispel, even if I'm going to get feared here. What I should have done here is just sack the fear, but we do have every CD, and I'd rather him just AMZ here instead of sacking, because I know they're going to overlap their CDs with me if I do end up sacking. So I'm like, I'm not going to sack this fear because I know they're going to overlap my CDs.
Yeah, I should have sacked that.
Because I want him to just AMZ here, and he actually, I think, ends up AMZing, but look at this brain dead monk. He's just running 900 yards away at 20% health and not going to pop a single cooldown. And the mark of a bad monk is using wall and diffuse before karma. Always use karma. And if you have to pair a CD with karma, always use diffuse with karma or dampen harm if it's a melee cleave. Do not use wall with karma ever. That's absolutely horrible. You use karma, then you use diffuse or dampen, and if you have to use anything out after that, use port. Or if you can get away without using any cooldowns and you don't have pressure, then use port first before you use karma. But if you have insane pressure and you need to just karma, it's better to do that, obviously. So right now, the monk's putting me in an insanely bad spot because I'm getting feared across the map. This brain dead self-play doesn't even know what's going on, is absolutely clueless, triple DR stunning stuff and running into a pillar while licking his own nipples. So now the DK AMZs, but he completely wastes AMZ. He should have popped AMZ over here when we were actually taking the damage, and he had Tyrant out. So now he wastes AMZ completely.
What are you doing, dude? You ran
so now he
got there by yourself.
Completely runs in behind a pillar.
So
and now he finally karmas, but this ends up being like a terrible karma in the first place because he didn't even need to use it if he just stayed in my line of sight. So he just really just wastes karma. And in reality, they weren't even doing much damage to him. So if he even went behind the pillar like this, he could have lived without the karma. He doesn't have a port down either, which is terrible.
Yeah, man, holy shit.
So far, we haven't used incap once the entire game. It's 1 minute into the game. Still haven't used our 30-second cooldown of incap. So we could have already got 2 incaps at that point and forced this trinket for free. But don't want to do that. So in this entire time, I'm trying to push in for my Hodge, but it's impossible for me to do because the people on my team don't use kick. So I'm the only one who kicks. So right now, I'm trying to push on top of the Warlock for fear. But I know that it's a DR fear, so it doesn't matter. And I fake a shear, so he can't get a hex on me or anything like that. So I get a perfect double searing glare here, so I know the Warlock can't see me, even though it's a triple DR fear. And I'm going to run on top of the Monk so he can't hex me.
I freed myself, now I'm going to kick him out of that. Kick him here on the
so I kicked him on the Vile Fiend, which is good. Any kick that I can get on any other spells is always good, even if it's on any cast. So I go Hodge him here. Unfortunately, the useless dog shit self-play garbage trash. DK grips him here. I wanted to blind him off that. So it makes it way more obvious to revival here. And unfortunately, I do blind into revival, but it's such an insane joke. I try to blind a little bit early so he doesn't get the revival. And I didn't think he would revival here. I thought he would just cocoon out of the stun instead of revivaling. So I could get a double blind here. But it sucks. He ends up eating my blind with a revival, all because the useless DK grips him. So annoying.
So I probably can't double blind.
Yeah, so he gets the revival. I'm so unlucky because he definitely had time to just cocoon there out of that. And normally a monk would probably just cocoon there. But he gets lucky with the revival. The fact that you can revival during stuns and port during stuns is beyond mind-boggling. Monk is the most broken class in the entire game. And of course, they incap and strangulate overlap. So we get no cooldown still, because they're terrible.
I thought he would just cocoon out of that.
So my DK is sitting a full root. No idea what he's doing. I unfortunately freedom him there and then dispel. Because he didn't have a lava shock on him, so it's better for me to freedom him in that situation. But then he got lava shocked after, so I kind of wasted a global. At the same time, it's not really a waste of a global because he could have got reslowed anyways. So now they're still on the Ellie Shaman for some reason, even though that's the worst thing you could ever do, backpedaling bald Ellie Shaman. But this guy's obviously a disgusting tubby dwarf who uses barrettes in his hair. And then my monk on my team is obviously doing negative damage right now. He's doing like 7 times less than everybody else, so we have no pressure.
This is one of the worst players I've ever seen. I'm going to belf this guy here.
So I try to belf his enveloping mist off. I sack the fear there, which is good for us.
So insanely bad.
Now what I want to do is just reposition behind a pillar and use my... And since the monk is pretty much topped, I can go behind a pillar and use my flashy S's without having to fake shear right here. Because in this situation, it's way harder to fake a shear because he might not go for the first cast, and then it puts you in a weird spot where you are trying to fake cast and can't get the cast because usually people want to kick when they have pressure, and they didn't really have pressure here, so it's much better for me to go off behind a pillar in this situation because I'm right next to the pillar and get free heals off. And of course, there are no mana cost heals because I'm flash healing with flash heal with my proc, so it doesn't cost any mana.
Can't get to me here, topping myself.
So all I'm doing now is my DK and Windwalker need to... Still haven't went on the Warlock, so still we're doing no damage and still doing nothing this entire match. And what we need to be doing now is go on the Warlock, grip the Monk in, and I'm waiting for my CC to come back. My job is to only sit at the pillar and keep them alive until my CC is back and avoid CC. That's my job the entire game. So let's see what they do.
This guy.
Nothing. Unfortunately, I dispel right before that coil, right as the coil hit, so it didn't dispel it, which is annoying, but nothing I can do.
Wings here topping him.
So it's good for me to use wings. It's a minute into the game, and I've already held them for long enough. I want to kick this guy's fear here, probably. But it's a half fear, so it's good that I didn't kick it. Because then he puts me on DR for a while.
Why did you wall and diffuse?
So he walls and diffuses, which is so insanely terrible instead of just pressing Karma. Since he already wasted it, he probably actually has Karma back by now, but he's terrible. No, he might not have it back. But he walls and diffuses. He probably he didn't really need to even use anything there. Maybe diffuse, definitely not wall overlap with that. And walling low is the worst thing you could ever do because then you get basically no effect of it because you need to wall high to actually get, because it's absorbing damage, so you need to wall high. So when the damage actually hits when you're high health, it will negate the damage. So far, we still haven't done a single setup this entire game. We're letting the Warlock sit on top of me and spam fear me when he's right here when we could attack him for free because they're brain dead self-play, IQ of a negative dung roach, worst players to ever live.
Karma. One button is Karma. So annoying.
So I'm in a perfect position right here. I'm already on DR. Now I'm going to kick the Warlock on fear, so I kick the Warlock on fear. I have to end up having to full heal him. I dispel perfectly. Now I'm pushing in to get my CC. So I'm pushing in to get my CC. I already kicked the fear, so it's my turn to push in. If I stay back there, I'm going to get feared anyways. I'm going to get feared anyway, and I can't heal my team. So the best thing I can do right now is push in. The people on my team look at what they're doing. Who the fuck knows what? They're not even attacking anyone right now beyond brain damage at the highest extort. They're like killing a pet right now or something. Who the fuck knows what they're doing? They're the worst players in the entire game. So this monk pops all his cooldowns. He's standing there across the map from every DPS. He's not attacking anyone. DK on my team is clueless and useless. They're still attacking the Ellie. So right now, we're basically just auto losing the game right now.
Holy Karma! He doesn't know how.
At this point, he probably definitely has Karma back, just doesn't feel like pressing it. So instead of just pressing Karma right here, what does this brain dead self-play do? He ports at 0.1% health. Any monk who's not the level of delusional of a pufferfish in the Mariana Trench licking a fucking seaweed urchin's ass would just Karma in this situation. But no, what is this guy going to do? He's going to run behind a pillar. And then he Karmas. And then he rolls back in and Karmas. The level of brain dead. And then he can watch him Karma now.
Bro, when did you Karma, you terrible... Oh my god, the CC is insane! Zero... He has Karma the entire time! It just doesn't press it! Holy fuck! Bro, I'm so done with this fucking dog shit self-play. It's actually mind-boggling.
Fake shear again. Since I fake shear, and I'm in a good position to double steer and glare them, I'm just stuck in the middle of the map at this point. I fake shear. I'm already on Hex DR. I'm already on Fear DR, but both these things, my DRs come back so fast on me because of how bad the people on my team are and how little pressure they put out and how delusional they are and how they land 0 kicks the entire game. Since they land 0 kicks the entire game, they get spam feared, spam hexed, I get spam CC'd, and there's nothing I can do about it even though I land 3 kicks, which obviously isn't enough to stop their CC all the time, you know. Right now, since I kicked the fear and I'm already in the middle of the map and I fake shear, I'm getting a double searing glare, and then I'm going to go CC the monk. If I can. But since we're under so much pressure, it's even hard for me to land CC, and we have no pressure, so it's almost a waste for me to CC, because the people on our team still... What is this DK doing? He's running around the middle of the map doing literally nothing. He still has not attacked a single target in the last 30 seconds.
Actually, the worst player.
What is he doing?
He
what is he doing?
Stayed offensive.
Literally, what is he doing? He's full health, just walking around. This guy is full health, walking around. He incaps the monk. He's not attacking anyone. What are you doing? You are the worst player to ever live.
What does he do? Runs at 0.1% and just instead of just karmaing. You're so... I can't wait to never play with these people ever again. I just can't wait. I can't wait to never play with these scum of the earth ever again. They're so...
So, like I said, when they're under no pressure and I'm forced into the middle of the map to CC, they get to spam CC me. Bro, what? Look at where my team is. What are they doing? It's not even like they got thunderstormed. These people are so bad. So I'm still trying to get CC on the monk because I'm trying to generate some sort of pressure for my dog shit awful team. It's not like I want to be in this position, but I'm forced to be in this position because of how bad they play and how I already got hexed here. So I wanted to push. I already got CC'd. But now, since my people on my team were so bad, the DR is just refreshed. And they were able to do all their little things, which they normally wouldn't be able to do. They normally wouldn't be able to use their root on me. They normally wouldn't be able to use all their slows on me and keep me in the middle of the map for so long because the people on my team are literally doing nothing. Normally, I'd be able to get the CC and then run back to the pillar. But it's not possible for me to do because the people on my team are literally attacking imps or nothing. So now, I was obviously going to go kick that hex, but I got feared in the root because the people on my team are behind a pillar. What are these people doing? They're the worst players in the entire game. This is why I had to make a highlight of this, because it's insane. Even when they overlapped all their CC on me, because they're terrible, right? But it doesn't matter because the people on my team are so fucking bad and have done nothing that we can't do anything in the game.
Hopping him here, kick the end of the hand to gold on, he's still going to die to air. I have a full hog.
So at this point,
I've never been CC'd.
I'm in such a bad position, because, like I said, they're not doing anything. They're still standing over there, by the way. They're still standing over there, not attacking anyone. The monk on my team finally rolled in, but this is the worst time he could ever roll in, because guess what? Now the lock is summoning Tyrant. He has no idea what's going on. He hasn't landed a kick this entire game. He's too busy attacking an imp behind a pillar. So now he's summoning Tyrant. We're completely fucked. I'm finally not on Fear, Stun, or Hex DR, so I'm still trying to get my CC. It's unreal.
For my entire life, it's so fucking...
So I finally land my Hodge, but guess what? It doesn't matter at this point, because they have unlimited pressure, because we haven't done a single setup this entire game. The fact that I even kept this brain-dead idiots alive, who can't even feed themselves or walk and chew gum at the same time, or even open up a doorknob. They don't even know how a clock works. They don't even know what the number 1 + 1 equals since 75, or how a fat ass shakes. So now we're so far behind. We're completely fucked, and now we just lose the game.
I kicked this guy. He's got to stay behind a pillar. I mean, we're going to die.
We really just need to run behind a pillar right here.
Because he needs to run away right now, and they're 40% health running into them.
The fact that at this point, when Tyrant's out, don't you love how the last minute of the game, the last 2 minutes of the game, they thought it was a good idea to run behind this pillar and stand there and do absolutely nothing while I'm out in the middle of the map? But now when they finally press Tyrant and finally when I get back to the pillar, they think it's a good idea to run all the way behind here, 400 yards away behind a pillar. The level of pure incompetent brain damage, these kids should be rotting in Siberia, sucking the juice from a rotten communist log. It's fucking insane.
Right now. Where are you going? You expect to live here? Do you think it's good to run in like this when you're 20%?
So I sack the DK because it's the only thing I can do to try to avoid the fear. And I try to go kick the fear because it's too hard for him to press kick because he hasn't landed a kick a single time the entire game. So I'm going to kick the fear. And of course, there's no way for me to get to my Windwalker here because I get ropped away. I can't run around this way because he's already at 20% health. I have no way to get to him. He's completely oblivious and clueless, and he should be in prison for the rest of his worthless life in Guantanamo. So I hate him more than anything in life. So obviously he dies completely. There's nothing I can do about it. Play as good as I can. Way out heal the Mistweaver, who gets to stand there, backpedal, and do absolutely nothing the entire game and win for free because he's a Mistweaver and playing with the most broken classes in the entire game. Well, I play with a brain-dead Windwalker DK who literally did not land a single attack the entire game and did 1/70th of the other team's damage.
Yeah. I can't wait.
By the way, I'm healing with 30 item level below everybody else and still out healing these people.
Kick you. I can't wait. Stay 1200 CR where you belong. Oh
So
my
moral
God.
of the story. Don't line your fucking healer, bitch! So, people like this, how do they get this bad? Because you have to have, these are the kind of people who are at a red light and end up running over a granny. They're at a red light and don't see a granny in front of them. These are the most incompetent, brain-dead morons to ever live. Because you have to practice being that bad. To have Tyrant out, to have you run all the way over here at 20% health, and then continue and run all the way over here while your healer is here, you have to be not a level 1 Pikachu could do better than that. It's not even a real person. So anyways, if you like this video and it helped you at all, or gave you a little laughy see, make sure to sub to the Maestro and follow the Maestro on his Kick at kick.com/Crusader345551. And this is going to be the year of the Maestro. The ancient light mice presses on to the brink of absolute and utter despair to achieve victory against all odds. Bathed in the absolute light, devout by the light, the king tut tomb of light shall awaken. I shall pull a mice caliber from his sheath, and I shall smite down all evil in my wake of ashes. Donate to the Maestro for a better life.